Hi guys, it's Zen. I thought it would stop raining, but I guess it's a little bit drizzly. I was supposed to do a YouTube video. I haven't done one in ages. And then I wanted to go for a walk, so I figured let's just do both. So it's my little neighborhood behind me. The rain's not too bad. Mm, about 2 days ago, a friend of mine asked, what is that one thing, if there is any, that I would change in my past? And I think that's a pretty good YouTube video, yes? So for me, if I were to say there is nothing I would change, it would kind of sound like I have no regrets in life, which is totally bullshit. I hope it doesn't rain too heavily. It's just a little drizzly. Yeah, because I wouldn't change anything, but it doesn't mean that I have not had any regrets in my life. Like, I think all areas I would have had regret everywhere. Like work, for example. I think when I was 35, I was like head of department in a marketing multinational company. And yeah, things was pretty great. I wouldn't say I peaked, because peak would be CEO or owning the whole conglomerate, right? So I'm a little bit out of breath because I think I've not walked for a very, very long time. I can't believe I decided to do this. Okay, anyway, yeah, so I was at the peak of my, at that point, multinational company, head of marketing department. And then my dad was diagnosed with prostate cancer. So I asked for a little break to be with the family, and they just said no. So I was very upset, and I immediately quit like the next weekend. So I went to them on a Friday, and by Monday I sent in my resignation. So the regret I have there is probably that I should not have been so rash about things, because well, Dad went through chemo and whatnot, and he came out really good. He's really fine as well. But I think what happened was, that was the last time I had a stable income. And that was, okay, without telling you how old I am, that was more than a decade ago. And is that a car? Yeah, that's just a car. Ooh, doggy. So, what is that, the car pass? Oh, dog's not happy with me either. I'm gonna walk across the street. Some of the houses here are pretty nice, yeah? Haven't walked in this neighborhood for a very long time. Okay, sorry, I digress. Yes, hello. So, I guess my first regret would be calling it quits with a really good paying job without having a safety net. Yeah, that would be it. And if I were to do it differently, I would probably not be so dramatic about things, and make sure I knew what I was doing before I jumped. And I still remember when I decided to resign, and my mom said, "What are you going to do now?" And I said, "I'll just do whatever, Ma." And then she's like, "But what if you never get hired again?" And I need to stop, because I was really arrogant. I told her, "I don't think nobody ever not want me. You know, I would definitely get a job if I wanted to." So that was over a decade ago. It's not that nobody have asked, but I guess they stopped asking. Yeah, even in relationships, the last two, I would imagine, the last three I can't really remember. Last two, yeah. So the last two, although it was something that I probably wanted, I don't think I did it in the best possible manner. So they were pretty bad breakups. We don't talk to each other anymore. And yeah, I guess my regret would be I lost friends along the way for that relationship. I'm gonna cross the road. Hang on, guys. So, but if I think about it, if I go back in past and change that one thing, like make sure I got a job before I quit my top of the line one, or did a breakup in a more civilized manner, what really would come out of it is what I normally think if somebody asks me, what would you change? Okay, so let's say I did find another job, and then what? You know, where would I be today? Would I still be in a job? And the more they pay you, the more responsibility, the more performance you have to give, the more everything X, Y, Z, right? So already when I was at that head of marketing, I was working on average 12 to 16 hours a day. And I cannot imagine pulling that shit now at this age. I just cannot say that I'm old, no stamina, whatever, but no, I don't think that's the way it should be anymore, you know? So to quit the job for me would have been inevitable. And maybe I quit a little bit too soon. I lack the planning skills, but I do not regret the life I have right now. Simple, right? Also with relationships, yeah, okay, so I save a friendship and I'm not the bad guy anymore in somebody's story. But if I think about it, if I don't even date them, right? Like I just don't touch them at all, not in that way. How different would my life be? I don't know, because there were a fair bit of friends that came out of it. You know what I mean? Because these are people that I would not have met had I not dated these people. So if you ask me, and some of them are really close friends right now, maybe about 5 of them, that's at the car parks. If you ask me, I think the pain I went through, the heartache, the self-doubt, the entire whatever that came with it, is worth the people I met because of that relationship. You know, the friendship I made because of that. So yeah, okay, so the relationship didn't work out, but I got a pretty good deal out of it, right? So yeah, if you ask me, I'm just looking at my neighborhood, how it's grown. If you ask me, yes, there are regrets, but on hindsight, they were blessing in disguise, you know? I don't know about you, but for me, I believe in the butterfly effect. I'm not sure if you've watched that show, The Butterfly Effect, where something changed in the past, but because it changed, I know, if you can't watch, sorry, if you don't know what the Butterfly Effect movie is, I'm sure a lot of you remember Back to the Future. Yes? Okay, so Back to the Future. So in Back to the Future, every single change makes the future different, right? And given that I know what my life is right now, I'm not sure I would want to risk having healed that regret, like not entering that regret, but not having a new set of regrets to deal with. Does that make sense? Yeah, like what if for example, I never quit, I stayed on, and well, that company closed within a year, and then I get retrenched. Am I not back in the same place? I would be, right? And then the relationship. Yeah, it's just one after another, I suppose. Yeah, and I think if all of this did not happen the way it happened, there are things in my life that it's a tough one between destiny, isn't it? Okay, let me put it this way. I'm quite sure I would have crossed paths with the people that I'm supposed to cross paths with. But would it be in that capacity, or would it have flowed that well? I don't know if I'm going to change something that the whole thing gets screwed up, right? Yeah. And things are pretty good this life, this timeline that I have chosen, because somehow I picked up writing again. I always loved it when I was younger, but never really had the balls to write an entire novel. And I wrote 3, and of course more to come. And yeah, so that's a really interesting twist to my story. The other one is a spiritual journey, suddenly, awaken, which, if I'm going out of breath, is because it's a pretty steep hill. I'll show you. I'm not sure if you can see it. Hang on. How do I change this? Here. Do you see that? No, wait. Oh, sorry. I just took a picture of myself. I'm so bad at this. I'm sorry. Usually, I'm pretty well set up. This is my first time doing it outdoors, and honestly, I kind of like it. Okay, maybe if I turn around, because since now I don't know how to turn my camera. You see how high this hill is? Holy moly. It reminds me of my travel to Korea. That's the other thing. Since being able to do more things because I'm not working anymore, I took up Korean lessons, and I think that's pretty great. I mean, I'm a bit slow, but at least it's more than 안녕하세요. It's more than that. I can order soju 한 병 주세요. Yeah, and I think it's a beautiful language, and who knows, maybe in the future I'll be able to write a book in Korean. How fantastic would that be? I will start with children's book because I think that would be a lot easier for my level on that. Yeah, so good Lord. Okay, the reason why I'm so out of breath is because I have not done a walk in such a long time. Do I regret stopping? Yes, but when I don't walk, it actually feels quite good to come and start walking again. I might actually do this more often. So I think I'm going to cut it short today because I cannot continue this conversation. So we'll mark this, okay? We will try and walk this more often, and maybe one day we'll do a longer video while I'm walking up here. But right now, I just can't. So thank you for spending some time with me, and let me know if you ever feel that you want to change something, and what would it be in your life. If this is your first time, just like and subscribe. Okay, see you in the next round. Bye.